Illuminating eye. Let's spend some time on this. This marvelous instrument of vision consumes about 30% of the function of the brain. Did you know that your eye consumes almost a third of the function of the brain? In The Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection, Charles Darwin wrote, "To suppose that the eye, with all its inimitable contrivances for adjusting the focus to different distances, for admitting different amounts of light, and for the correction of spherical and chromatic aberration, could have been formed by natural selection, it seems, I freely confess, absurd in the highest degree, and for once, old Chuck Darwin was right." But only once. Beginning with the iris, marvelous distinctions are found in the study of the eye. Each person's iris has at least 266 identifiable measurement points unique to any given individual. Our fingerprints have only 35 measurable points. The odds of any two people having exactly the same iris is 1 out of 10 to the 78th power. I need David Bassett. Always need David Bassett. How many people are on the face of the earth today? Approximately 7.2 billion people. Okay, that's 10 to the what power? 10 to the ninth power people on the face of the earth. But the odds of your getting the same iris points of any other individual is 1 in 10 to the 78th. Wow. David, approximately, how many people have lived since from creation, 150 generations from creation until now? Approximately how many people?
It hasn't increased since this morning, about 20 million.
Okay. The approximation was made this morning, and I've read that, and that's pretty close. No more than 20 billion people have lived on the face of the earth. And that is 10 to the what power?
20 billion,
10 to the 10th power. How far beyond 10 to the 10th is 10 to the 78th?
talking about 1 with 68 more zeros.
68 more zeros. In other words, light years beyond. Which means it is essentially impossible from statistical viewpoint for you to have the same eye distinctions as any other individual who's ever lived. You're kind of special. All right. Every person which God created is totally, uniquely, and individually special. Now, as a part of the protection of the eye, eyebrows and eyelashes catch dust, debris, and sweat. To protect from blindness, eyelids close while sleeping. The protection continues with the strongest reflex in man, the blinking reflex. If anything gets near the corona of the eye, blinking happens automatically. The eye is essentially a living video camera of extraordinary sensitivity. It has a black interior, which video cameras need, to prevent light scattering, and an automatically focusing lens and adjustable diaphragm to control the light. The retina, the curved layers encompassing the back of the eye structure, can automatically change its sensitivity to brightness over a range of 10 billion to 1. How many of you have a camera that can do that? No. Camera couldn't even be designed to do that. You're special. Your body's special. Look, the eye also has the amazing ability to assemble and repair itself. Assemble itself? Yes, in the fetal growth. And to repair itself? Just watch this. Unlike man-made cameras, the eye is self-lubricating, self-repairing, and self-cleansing. Unlike any camera, the eye converts images into electrical signals that are sent immediately to the brain, where it processes those signals and makes necessary adjustments. Why do we need to make adjustments? Why does the eye need to make adjustments? Well, let me illustrate. Do you see that scar right there? I got that when I was 2.5 years old. Those in the back need to know I'm telling the truth. Is there a scar right there?
Yes.
Okay. I got that when I was 2.5 years old. My grandfather was playing with me and chasing me through the house, and I stumbled and fell on an oil can, the rim of an oil can. Now, I'm about the only person. I'm 80 years old. Did you know that? Even though I look 90, I'm only 80. The old-fashioned oil can with a rim, and I fell, and I made that scar. You can barely see that scar. Is there any scar there? Not much. Then I healed over that, and it was chasing me again, playing with me, and I stumbled and hit the corner of a battery. That's no fun. And so it created that. But actually, the acid kept eating away at the bone after the scab was over it. My wife says that explains a lot about her husband. And my uncle, I was getting out of the car. I jumped out first. My uncle hit me with, unintentionally swung his feet around. His boot heel hit right there and knocked the scab off, and there was a hole in my head. It's covered over now. It's fused over. Praise the Lord for that. I never see that scar. Every time I look in the mirror, the brain just automatically filters that out. I'm so glad. Each of our eyes adjust and filter out certain things, and that's very, very good. For every one of us, the scars that we have, on our face especially, are automatically adjusted for so we won't go around moping, Rich. Isn't that sweet of the Lord to do that?